Welcome to Cornwall Seal Group Research Trust's virtual conference, Sharing Our Seas, Seals and People. We are excited to share an inspirational series of talks exploring a variety of aspects of seal conservation in the UK. And it's our 20th birthday. In that time, we've done 35,000 plus surveys, processed over 1 million photos for 72,000 plus seal IDs. To make sure we can continue this important work, check out our website to join our Wild Seal Supporter Scheme, back our crowdfunding campaign, or shop in our online store. Thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Sarah Millward, Sanctuaries at Sea Ranger for Cornwall Seal Group Research Trust. As part of my role, I coordinate marine life and human activity photo identification project boat surveys. These surveys are fantastic, so I'd like to talk about them in this Sharing Our Seas video.
Cornwall Seal Group Research Trust collaborate with Newquay Sea Safaris and Fishing, Polzeath Marine Conservation Group, Newquay Marine Group and Cornwall Marine Microplastic researchers on the marine life and human activity boat PIP surveys. There are 3 separate survey transects, as you can see here: CASPIP, STAPIP and POLPIP. These combined, we survey a large stretch of the North Cornish coast for seals, birds, cetaceans, all other marine wildlife, and human activity using a range of different survey techniques. Other key people in this project are Sue, the Director of Cornwall Seal Group Research Trust, Mike, our STAPIP Coordinator, Dave, our Bird Expert, Chris and Annabelle Lowe, WISE accredited owners of our survey vessel, the Atlantic Diver, and all our amazing volunteer surveyors. Our very first surveys were on different vessels: CASPIP on board the British Divers Marine Life Rescue Rib, POLPIP from the Cornish Sea Tours Rib, and STAPIP has always taken place on board the Atlantic Diver. Chris and Annabelle took on all 3 survey transects for us in 2013. We always follow strict protocol on our surveys to ensure that we do everything we can to prevent any disturbance to seals, birds and any other marine wildlife while surveying. The PIP surveys are a hugely successful conservation project, leading to large amounts of scientific data on mobile species and habitat use. Detailed reports are written for all data collected in each PIP boat survey, and data we gather is also used by Cornwall Wildlife Trust, ERCIS, the British Trust for Ornithology, the Marine Conservation Society, the Five Gyres Trawl Share Programme, the Sekidisc Foundation, World Animal Protection, and has contributed to the Global Ghost Gear Initiative internationally. In this short clip, you can see harbour porpoise in the distance. In 2016, we produced a detailed report of harbour porpoise sightings from POLPIP surveys in support of the designation of the then proposed Bristol Channel Approaches Special Area of Conservation. The site spans the Bristol Channel between the northern coast of Cornwall into Carmarthen Bay in Wales, and in February 2019 was officially designated as a special area of conservation for harbour porpoise. Data from our boat surveys has also contributed to both the Padstow Bay and surrounds and the Heartland Point to Tintagel marine conservation zones pictured here. I love surveying. I've had some of the best days of my life on these surveys, witnessing firsthand how amazing our precious marine wildlife is. There are so many highlights to share with you. Re-IDs will always be one of those highlights. This is New Swells, the first seal to be re-ID'd on the first ever POLPIP survey back in 2011. From his data on the right, you can see he has been sighted 31 times between 2002 and 2015. Maps are a great way to show the movement of individual seals. On this map, you can see that New Swells has been recorded travelling between 2 sites 45 kilometres apart on the north coast of Cornwall. Every seal has a story to tell. Our data is helping to tell that story and to aid marine conservation. As part of our work, we record entanglement. Cornwall has the highest rate of entanglement for any of the phosid seal species anywhere in the world. In 2014, we developed a specific protocol to systematically survey for abandoned, lost or otherwise discarded fishing gear on the PIP surveys to gather data over a 3-year period. We recorded the amount of lost fishing gear, the size, type, where it was, how marine wildlife was interacting with it, and its possible risk rating. Where possible, ghost fishing gear was removed from the sea along the survey transect. Here you are looking at a seal pup insight and critical habitat for grey seals, where a range of different types of ghost fishing gear have washed in. In the top right-hand corner, you can see a pup recorded on the same survey, and the seal in the bottom right-hand corner has a hook embedded into its mouth. Lost fishing gear is a problem that all marine life faces. These are shags and their nests interlaced with a variety of lost fishing gear, including monofilament net, rope and pieces of trawl net. But it's not just lost fishing gear that we encounter on the sea's surface. On one boat survey during 2018, we removed 3 helium balloons and an inflatable in just one survey. These items can have deadly consequences to marine wildlife. In 2018, we added microplastic sampling on PIP surveys. To obtain an ocean sample, a trawl is towed alongside the boat, skimming the surface of the water, collecting anything that passes into the trawl. This is the trawl in action on a survey, including assembly, deployment, and sample retrieval. The sample is then checked for marine life before being taken back to lab conditions for analysis. Microplastics have been found in all forms on every survey that we have trawled. Environmental DNA samples have also been taken and analysed in a collaborative project with the University of Exeter. Environmental DNA is a relatively new method where small quantities of seawater are filtered and used to test for the presence of different marine species that are in or have been in the surrounding area during the previous week. On each survey, a Secchi disc is deployed to measure the density of marine phytoplankton. A study suggests that global phytoplankton concentrations have declined by 40% over the last 50 years due to rising sea surface temperatures as a consequence of current climate change. Detailed analysis of birds and bird nesting ledges are undertaken each survey. It was a spectacular sight watching these gannets diving beneath the waves with speed and precision. And here, when we were joined by playful common dolphins, this large pod even included a couple of calves. This footage, taken on an underwater camera, shows how common dolphins effortlessly ride a bow wave, bending their tail flukes down in front of the catamaran bulbs to create resistance against the pressure wave. We record all marine life encountered on our PIP surveys, like this beautiful sunfish, one of the heaviest known bony fish in the world. Or this Portuguese man-o'-war, a colony of individual organisms with stinging tentacles of up to 50 meters long. This is a barrel jellyfish. They can grow up to an impressive 1 meter wide and weigh up to 25 kilograms. PIP surveys have been made possible by the support of a strong group of dedicated volunteers donating their time and money to the project. Thank you to all of our volunteers and to all of our funders past and present. Together we are making a huge contribution towards the conservation of our precious marine environment by gathering the research evidence required to support designation decisions.
Thank you for watching. I hope you feel inspired by this Sharing Our Seas video. I will leave you with one final short clip of bottlenose dolphins taken during one of our surveys. I hope you enjoy it.